Welcome into the Eric St. Show podcast. Looks like Darla hit the camera. That's not good, which means I have to adjust it. Most good podcasters would do this before the show actually gets started. The key is the Irvine's sign must be in the shot. Welcome to you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. The Eric Zane Show podcast. We have begun yet again. A trip to the vet yesterday. Nothing emergency-wise. I got done with the Patreon bonus podcast, and I looked, and it was 12:10 p.m. It's like, Jesus, I got to go. I shut that thing down really quick. And then I have a method to cat wrangling. Dog, it's simple. Get in the truck. Okay, bye. Cats, different. You got to put food in the food bowl. And then Lincoln comes out. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? It's time to eat again. And then grab that fat ass and put him in the car thing. A really good cat, by the way. I mean, just doesn't give you any bit of shit. Doesn't bite you. Doesn't hiss at you. Doesn't scratch you. Great cat. This is a one-eyed cat. And it's like he's growing another eye. In 2017, he had an eye removed. He actually got a cancer eye. Go figure. And we don't know yet if that enucleation is what it's known as, ripping the eye out, is what's causing this. But the other day, I'm like, there's this big mass right above the eye in the general area of the eye zone where the eye was. And it's like squishy and weird. And so, okay. As we, I'm like, I take the vet in there. They do a series of tests. They go, yeah, we don't think there's anything really here, but let's do a ultrasound. All right. Okay, fine. I'm not one to just say, don't worry about it. I always have to know. I'd rather go into life-changing debt than to just let something possibly be wrong go wrong. I know it sounds weird, but so yesterday was the ultrasound. She goes, well, there's no mass. It just appears to be fluid there. But this is so strange because it isn't, okay, it's 6 years ago. This sounds like a complication that would take place right after eye enucleation. Why this is happening now, we don't know. This is a mystery. Tyler knows where I'm going with it. Let's add on another 1,000. Let's do an ultrasound. So now when I call to get the update, I want the cat to be okay, but I also want to hear, all right, clean bill of health. Clean bill of health. Okay, good to go. Instead, I got, we don't think it's anything to be worried about, but we want you to take the dog to a animal optometrist. I'm like, oh, fuck me. I go, okay. I go, what about if I just do nothing? They go, I wouldn't, because the last thing you want, because cats, especially this cat, has like a tendency to not let you know when there's problems, like when they're in pain. For some reason, that happens more with cats. They may actually be in great discomfort and you don't know it. So spend the cash. Have the optometrist look at me. Oh, shit. Made the call. Scheduled. Fuck. Wenji says animal optometry equals life savings gone. Maureen says it's not weird. It's what a loving and responsible pet owner does. This is strange. We're talking about getting the cat's eye looked at, and Kenny pulls an Amanda and makes it about him. What are you doing? He writes, hey, mate, healthcare debt is something I'm becoming very familiar with lately. My chiropractor told me someone had come in. Dude, what are you talking about? We're talking about pets. And you're talking about you. How do you do that? Is that just me, or is the audience like, oh, no, that's totally makes sense? Between you and Amanda, pulling an Amanda, making it about you, this is why, again, reason number 8 million, why you two need to be having sex. Jesus. Yeah, you mentioned going into debt, dummy. Okay, cool. Amanda says, yeah, Kenny, shut up. Oh, no, don't start. Don't start, because then he's going to say something terrible to you, and then it's going to be really ugly. Kenny says, I just joined. That part was all I heard. Yeah, you do that all the time, though. You hear one word is, oh, man, I must contribute. Jesus. Just let me do my job. Why can't that happen for once? Brandis asks if she's the only one having a serious lagging issue. Corey says, I just joined and have no idea what's going on, but Eric is in the wrong. Megan goes out of her way to tell us she had sex. She says, does sex count as a workout for us fraudulent fatties? All right. Yesterday, I was a victim of road rage. In between, sandwiched by two examples of zipper merge by your old pal EZ. And I'm really proud of how both of these scenarios went. Hey! Right by my house, I was actually getting the cat. I had the cat in the truck. I was going to the vet, and I had to get there. I couldn't be late. Very important I be there on time. And where I live in Jenison, in the street called Baldwin, right at the intersection of Baldwin and Cottonwood, they've got like it looks like they're working on the gas line or something, so they have a merge there. The right lane going into the left lane. And it's a half-mile backup, and the right lane has 0 cars in it. 0. This is wrong. In the right lane, there's the cones, which slowly narrow the lane with the arrow pointing in. It's ideal zipper merge. So I throw that fucker up into the right lane, and I start picking up speed. Timeout. Amanda says, hold up. You mentioned Kenny and Amanda having sex. That's when I asked. I said nothing about myself. Okay, you're clear. I thought you were talking about you. All right. So I'm now up to speed in the right lane. As I approach the end of the lane that's ending, I just back off the gas a little. So now the people in the left are starting to move because the light has turned green, and they're just starting to roll, and I'm matching their speed, but I can still speed up because I got a little bit of lane left, and then zip, right in front of everyone. It was fantastic. I don't know why everybody gets over so damn soon. Ridiculous. To end the day, I'm driving in from Rockford. I was at North Kent Golf Course hosting an event with the Grand Rapids Gold. I'm driving back, and I see nothing but brake lights. There is a narrowing. They're going down to one lane. Very slow go, and I'm trying to figure out. I don't even know what lane is ending at this point. As soon as I find out what lane is ending, more often than not, they're doing it incorrectly. And I will use that lane to my advantage. As I'm cruising along, I notice that two trucks are occupying the lanes. And I'm like, boy, they're going the identical speed. What's up here? And I take a look. It seems the left lane is ending. And a trucker is blocking. He's blocking the lane. He doesn't want, and he wants everybody getting over when he says, as opposed to, doing it the right way. So I'm like, okay. I get right behind the trucker. I'm actually 2 cars behind. There's the semi and then a minivan and then me. And in front of the trucker is about 1 mile of roadway. That's how early this fucking dumbass he's blocking everybody. Now, again, you're supposed to use that lane up until it ends. Donko says, I have called the phone number on the back of semis to complain about this. I was behind that minivan and that semi for about 10 seconds. And then, Darla! And then I threw it on the shoulder. My wheels actually off of the road, off of the shoulder into grass. And I'm into the gas. On the horn as I pass that motherfucker. Get right in front of the... Now I'm back on 131. I'm back on the freeway. And I am in front of him flying. I am doing the speed limit. And again, though I've described this before, to prevent another vigilante from throwing it out in front of you, you must go fast so that when they look up in the rearview mirror, you're filling it up, scaring the shit out of them. And you get close to the center line, like wheels, tires on the center line. The white stripe, in between, dividing the line. Because if they even think about inching out, they're going to think, oh, fuck, I better not. This is a lunatic. I cannot do this. Now, I'm doing everything by the book. I am obeying the speed limit. I am obeying the zipper merge. I am still technically in my lane, and no one is fucking with me. I go the entire distance of that slowdown, and I went all the way up to that arrow and then got over, zip, right then. And then I noticed people behind me were starting to do it, go around that butt-fuck, motherfucking asshole, cocksucker, son of a bitch trucker. Fuck you, you asshole. Jesus. Now, this all happened on the way to the golf outing, or to the vet, which is just before the golf outing, on the way back from the golf outing. But the best part is the sandwich of road rage in between those two zipper merge fiascos. Well, I can't call them fiascos. They were fantastic. By the way, I think Kenny left. What was that all about? Aram, who's kind of Aram might be the biggest bleeding heart of them all. He writes, see what you all did? Kenny left. Well, why would Kenny leave? Because I picked on him? I pick on him every day. It's not my fault that I'm talking about going to the vet. And Kenny starts telling us about going to the chiropractor. If he's butt hurt because of that, well, today's gonna be, oh man, that's it. I'm drowning my sorrows. Somebody call Domino's. That's what Kenny and Amanda do when they get frustrated. They like go to Burger King. And then Amanda says, well, Aram, if you can't take the heat, get your ass out of the kitchen. At least Amanda hangs around when I destroy her daily. Florida man says this is because I've made a reference to him saying, go suck Dean's dick. Well, at the end of the day, if he's leaving because he's butthurt, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't feel bad about that. So, the road to the golf course, I'm traveling along and I have to make a left turn on this reasonably busy road. This is in the middle of nowhere. Okay? But I got to make a left. And I'm like trying to time it out, and I see there's a pickup truck coming to my right. But I can more than easily make it. I do have to get into the gas a little bit. I don't want to slow the guy down or anything. Or I want to get up to speed quickly. And I figure it out, okay, as soon as this one to my left passes me, I'm going to take off, and then I'll be off and running. So I do that. I start my turn, get into the gas, and I'm quickly getting up to speed. And I look in my rearview mirror, and the guy behind me is waving both middle fingers at me. And he's holding them like for extended time. And I'm like, well, that's an overreaction. First of all, I didn't cut you off. I merged safely and quickly, and I didn't even slow you down. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. The reason why he's doing this is because he's a Trump supporter. He has to be. Only a Trump supporter would be this much of an asshole. Okay, this is why I don't want Trump to win, because these assholes will probably do something like shoot me. So I did what any reasonable troll would do. I slowed down to 40. Now he's really pissed. He's flashing his lights. He's honking his horn. He's giving me the finger, and I'm acting like I don't see him. I'm not waving back. I'm just keeping my eyes forward. My head is forward, but I'm like looking in the rearview mirror, giving myself the side eye to see him. And boy, is it funny. So he can't pass me because the other lane is just people coming the other direction. So this goes on for a couple miles. It's a 55 mile an hour zone. He wants to do 65. I'm doing 40. At this point, there's a small gap in the traffic coming towards me. The next vehicle looks to be an 18-wheeler. He makes his move. He throws it into the lane that the 18-wheeler is in, but still quite a distance from us, and punches it. So do I. So now we're drag racing. My 327, and I'm like white knuckling, motherfucker, yeah! And he's fucking taking off. We're dragging through the countryside with an 18-wheeler going right at dude. He starts to get over while he's still next to me. At this point, I relent. I get off of the gas. He gets in front of me. And the way I'm smiling now is the way I was smiling then, and waving at him as he's looking at me in the rearview mirror. Oh, fuck. And then I got right on his ass and was tailgating him the whole time. And eventually I ran out of road and I had to get on the freeway and he kept going. What an eventful day. Nate says, you're a pussy. You should have held the line. LOL. Well, what if I did? What if I did hold the line and then he got into a head-on collision? Do I keep going at that point? Oh, wow. I think something just happened. He'd have gotten over. No, you're right. Part of me wishes that I would have held the line. Corey says, yes, keep going. Not your problem. Nate says, don't look back. LOL. Oh, my God. That was incredible. This is how people die on the roads, by the way. Because you get the wrong person, like two idiots who are both armed, and then they agree to pull over, and everybody's got a gun up here. And the next thing you know, there's an actual gunfight, like Wild Wild West going on. But it was fun. A little bit stupid, but I don't care. Chris writes, it's Kyle's fault people still don't use the zipper merge. Well, he's definitely part of the problem. All right. Today, start of the day. It's remarkable because I went to bed and I was 180. Wait a second. 182.6. And then because of my bladder issues, I peed all night. And by the time I got up, I was 180.6. I peed out 2 pounds of pee. I know pee's not measured in pounds, but water weight is a lot of weight. You know, it doesn't take much to equal a pound. That's where I sit right now. 180.6. I feel great. I went downstairs yesterday and got a 5-pound weight because that's basically what I've lost. I guess it's almost 6 now. And I'm just holding that thing and I'm like, my God, where did it go? Where does it vanish to? The fact that there was that much fat on me, that much grossness or whatever it is, and suddenly it's gone. Well, what happened to it? It had to change form, right? Isn't that some theory that you learn in grade school? Energy is not created nor destroyed. It merely changes from one form to another. So what the hell happens? Jesus. But anyway, feel good. Hope you all do too. Keep at it. Fraudulent fatties for life. Fraudulent fatties for life. Ryan says, I wish I could just magically lose weight by urinating. I'm stagnated and have seemingly lost no weight, losing all hope. Oh, come on. You're doing something wrong. You are absolutely doing something wrong. It's math. You have all of the things within your power to do all of the necessary math to lose. If you take in 2,000 and burn 2,500, you're losing. Are you to a point where you've stagnated? Try adding up the actual amount of food you're consuming. Write it down. All right? That piece of bread was 70 calories. Read. You're not trying hard enough. If a person can't lose weight in today's day and age, they're just stupid. You're a stupid soul, or you give up too easily, or you're not trying at all. Ben always tries that shit with me, and I try to beat him over the head. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm the one person in the world who can take in less food and get fatter. It is not true. Kent says, not always true. When I was doing marathon training, I got to 204 and couldn't go lower no matter what I did. Look, it's your fault. You're doing it wrong. You can't argue with math. It's just mathematics. If you want to argue with math, you're going to look silly. You're going to lose every time. You can't blame the math. I don't care what you say about muscle gain over fat loss. Are you telling me there's no way you could possibly be less than 204 pounds? That's ridiculous. Okay? You're 1,000,000% wrong on this one. So there you go. Keep at it. Keep losing weight. Keep working. Come on, Kent. Kent's got he's figured it out, but he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. My body was storing energy for who are you, Iron Man? Come on. You guys, trust me. Just stop trying to figure this out and just follow the math. Hitting a plateau is normal, Tyler says. No, that's an excuse for fatties like you. When you suddenly hit a bump in the road, oh, well, that's it. I guess I'll just be 40 pounds overweight for the rest of my life. There's nothing I can do. I haven't lost weight in 3 days. Come on. Get your head out of your fat ass, Tyler. Aram says if you get down to 0% body fat, the only way to lose weight would be to lose muscle. Yeah, I guarantee you Kent was not down to 0% body fat. Oh, yeah, I was 204. There was no way. I had no body fat on me. I was 1,000,000% ripped. Come on. All right. Nevertheless, welcome into the show. So glad you are here. The show on Facebook, X, and YouTube is about to go away on you. If you want the rest of the show, you have to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live or download the Twitch app and just search Eric Zane Live. The audio podcast is made available shortly after this finishes. Wherever you download shows, just search Eric Zane Show Podcast, and you will be all set. I do a Patreon. Going to get back to Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia today. We've missed a few weeks. Dale will be joining us, taking on Ryan in trivia for a $25 cash prize. Looking forward to that. Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia today. And plenty more on Patreon as well. We're going to do an edition of Who Are These Zanes on a Big Fraud Wednesday. Who Are These Zanes live, followed by the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Very busy for a Wednesday. Another Big Fraud Wednesday on Who Are These Zanes. We're going to go back to May of 2001 on WIMZ when Billy Kidd and your old pal EZ were excited to be on the air because a friend of the show at the time won the show Survivor. Her name is Tina Wesson. You may remember she won the second ever season of Survivor. Richard Hatch, remember him, the naked guy? He won the first one. This lady named Tina Wesson from Knoxville won season 2. So we watched the show the night before. We had like a watch party or some stupid shit like that. And then we show up the next day, and like that's all we wanted to talk about was how this chick won $1 million. So that will be May. It was May of 2001 when that show happened. I always equate it to 9/11. To think that on May 4th, 2001, when we did that show, the world was so much different. Corey says, oh, yeah, the older lady with fake boobs. That's exactly right. All right, that's all what happens today. I'm going to kick you all out that are enjoying the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Thank you, though, for being here.